あとはドリームキャストの発売を待つばかりだ。
So, this is the other childhood racing game of yours.
Yep,
Sega
Sega Rally Championship.
We
And this was like a major seller for the Sega Saturn.
Saturn. Shoot!
It was it was needless to say it really sold well in that, and was just the purest example in that of an arcade of a poor arcade game in that actually played well.
Wow. I think we played an arcade version of this game in the bowling alley. I think it was a more recent version, right?
Yeah. Sega Rally 3, I believe.
Is this the first Sega Rally game?
Yep.
The very first. Jinx! You gotta love a bass like that. Delta. Oh, we're going all into the Greek here.
Yeah, well that's the name of the cars in that. Well, the two cars in that, which is the Lancia Delta, the boxy one at the back, and the Toyota Celica.
Well, thanks to these major car corporations for helping us with the game. You're welcome.
Yeah, but this was like, this game was like a major deal when it came out in that, because
Sega Rally Championship.
at the time when it came out in that, there weren't really that much speedy racing games that sort of revolved anything other than sort of track racing.
Right.
Because you had like the 20 USA and Ridge Racer, but you didn't have anything that was like, like anything close to like rallying or like this different like environments for racing in.
Wow, you can literally only choose two cars.
Yeah.
Oh, there's only two players. So, which car do you want to be?
I'll take the Lancia.
Be any car you want. Be any car you want to be.
I think like the idea is I think that the Silicon has like better acceleration, whilst the Lancia Delta has better hand.
Alright. Few racetracks, but I take it this game makes the most of the
Yeah,
game.
definitely.
Alright. Oops.
It's I think it's the button for selection.
Yeah.
Oh, you're picking the same car. Okay.
Might as well go for acceleration. Oh, and pretty much slower car boost. Doesn't really make a difference. Let's go for a car boost! Right. Alright, so it's B to accelerate, these buttons to brake, small buttons to brake, and then shoulder buttons to shift up the gear.
3, 2, 1, go!
Whoa. Oh wait, that changed the view. Oh crikey, what was it? Oh crikey. Okay, this is basically a mixture of the USA game we were playing and Gran Turismo 4. Or just any Gran Turismo game for that matter. Whoa! Okay, we're racing in the mud. Oh yeah, these are mud tracky kind of games, yes, that's right.
That's why it's called Rally Race.
Yes, okay, ow! God, big toast around like a pinball. Something reminded me of that one gag from Naked Gun 33. No! Come on, move! Which button was it to drift?
I think it was A.
Oh. Whoa! I just go try 3, but instead of crashing into you. Okay, that's a thing. Or is it because we're playing automatic and we don't have to worry about that and just focus on it and accelerating? I would probably explain it actually. I can imagine this being music for like Spring Yard Zone or whatever for a Sonic game.
Yeah. The soundtrack in this game is actually the soundtrack in this one is actually considered far superior to the arcade version.
Oh really?
Yeah. Well, a lot of people on the internet consider it so, but yeah, it's definitely improved in some areas. Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't know the difference because I've only played this version of the first Sega Rally game, but also I'll take your word on it.
I never know. You might stumble across the cabinet someday.
Maybe. Maybe. I'm gonna try out the other car as we. Whoops. Alright, now for the forest.
Three, two, one, go!
Give me Mario Kart vibes now. Whoa! That must be the driver's talking.
Well, that's supposed to be your co-driver. It's normally when you're sort of like playing sort of the regular version and that, like you hear the guy like giving you instructions and that, like like in rallies and that.
Alright. I see, right. So instead of constantly hearing, you're burning your tires, you're gonna hear, whoa! Whoa!
Oh, like sort of like you'd say like stuff like easy left, easy right, hard left, hard right.
Easy left, easy right, where do you let me go? It's still not go! We will not let you go.
Whoa!
Is our coach Jason Griffith, by the way? Because he sounds like the Jason Griffith Sonic.
Whoa! You're going pretty fast there.
Possibly. I mean, like I think like they did sort of like. Was he like official Sonic voice actor?
From, let's see, Shadow the Hedgehog all the way up to Sonic and the Black Knight.
I mean, possibly, because I think, especially during this time, they probably sort of shared similar sort of English voice actors and that.
Yes.
So, things like this, because, it's not really much to ask in that for, someone to say, 3 minutes of, voice style, especially if it's just, a lot of things in that, seeing live right or something like that.
Yeah. I would not be surprised if the coach were then to say something along the lines of,
Huh! That was a pretty snazzy performance there.
come on, yep. Don't mind me. No! Oh, no. Come on, move. Move. Come on. No. Yeah, you won this one. I honestly thought I was going to win that one, but you pulled through in the end. Alright, we've got one more race to go.
Alright. Just slight intermission there. How you liking it so far?
Yeah, pretty fun racing game. I mean, on surface level, assuming the single player, unless the single player has more racetracks, more races to offer, and with various difficulties, seems like there's not too much this game can offer. But you know what? It's got fun enough mechanics, and there's 2 players. I would imagine that if this was some mini game in a party or something like that, or some demonstration of some other driving game, I'm sure this would have won over people as hard. But then again, you have to understand, these were basic times when people didn't have the size capacity to have that installed. It was enough to basically program in just a functioning game, basically. So you should be thankful that it functions. So you have to keep that in mind in regards to the historicity of games.
Well, yeah, that's the thing now. A lot of these early games now, a lot of them were straight up arcade ports now, that didn't have a lot of nooks and crannies. This game did have a secret car in that could unlock in that if you're able to complete arcade mode in that. But the arcade mode is really ball-bustingly hard in that, because obviously it's an arcade port, so obviously it's going to be hard. But basically there's if you get first on all three tracks in that, you get a hidden track.
Oh.
And if you beat that and you come first in that one, then you unlock a secret car.
Nice! I'm just gonna pick the opposite of your one just for the sake of it.
Okay. Are you there? They're both lonely cars.
I noticed that when we were playing Gran Turismo 4 that when it came to rally raceways or like dirt raceways, there was very few cars to race on. And this is a similar vibe going for it as far as I'm aware.
3, 2, 1, go!
I mean, at least with like, at least with Gran Turismo 4, that that was only one part more than that.
Yeah, that's true.
This is like the whole thing.
Alright, so basically we're playing what is the equivalent of one small portion of Gran Turismo 4. There's something to think about in regards to the scope of what games would later on become. Ow! No! Keep on. Oh wait, or have you? Oh, wow, these turns. Oh, good grief, get a grip, man! Might catch up. Either these cars are really big or these buildings are so small. So small! You move! You stupid car! Oh my days, you car! I think picking this car was a mistake! Or not. Ah!
I mean, technically, you got the better hands on cars, so. But it's. I'm not kidding when this is like all busting like hard track.
Good grief! This racetrack seems to be floating in some abstract matrix air.
I always like to think that when you sort of notice these things, it's kind of like one of those things that you see it like sort of plays in that where you're sort of seeing a part of the plane that you're not supposed to see in that, but you just put that pair of mind in order to not break the illusion.
Yeah, I mean, they're using these things to convey a story at the end of the day, and you recognize that they're using these tools to convey you the setting, the story, and you gotta admire them for the effort, yeah.
So, yeah. But I mean, like the arcade mode in general, that it's if you think competing against me in that, try tried doing sort of free tracks and that with AR cars and that, which are far more competent than me in that, and try and get first every time.
Yeah. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. My days.
So yeah, I think that's the most of everything that pretty much everything that you've seen in the up to 2-player mode, I guess.
Yeah, and perhaps there's something to be seen of. You know what? I think let's just end this off on the. No. Let's see what else. Car settings, record, time attack, arcade. I'm just curious about the draw distance. Oh, it also has the free run setting.
Yeah. Well, I do have to admit, I didn't notice that much difference in the draw distance in that from sort of 20 U compared to sort of 20 USA. But
Go.
oh yes, top, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. The arcade does this as well.
Yeah. Hello? Yeah, I don't know if the gears are out. Woohoo!
Alright. Whoa. Come on. What?
Wow.
There's that Jason Griffith voice again. Alright, there we go. Okay, so apparently, once again, I think subtly, the field distance is somewhat better in the single player, and you get the instructions of the instructor telling you which direction to go, which helps with the immersion. Alright, very easy. I think the field of distance is somewhat improved in single player, as you say. I think. I could be wrong. I could be mistaken on that one. Then again, now that I mentioned it, I think the background details are more improved because it's the single player thing, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think there's always going to be a difference in detail when playing single player compared to two-player.
At least with Sega Saturn games, because at least one generation or two later, you wouldn't have this problem at all. Everyone would just play together and they'd see the same thing, unless there was something wrong with their internet connection or something.
I mean, I might be an old sport myself, but I always prefer what I call the real thing in that, split screen. But t-shirt.
Not to mention there's people here.
Wow.
Maybe it would have been a other car. Darn it.
dad actually managed to sort of complete this game the unlockable car.
Really?
Yeah.
What is the unlockable car anyway?
It's a Lancia Stratos.
Alright. Man, your dad must have loved the Sega Saturn.
Yeah, he did. He did. Like, I think between this game and the Tony USA and that, and Tomb Raider yeah, I think this was one of his favorites as well.
I can imagine. I think the racing games in Tomb Raider were among the best I've played from what I've experienced. Yeah, that seems to be about it. You know what? I'm curious to see the replay, yes. Just for the sake of it. So what was it your dad loved about the Sega Saturn games particularly?
Oh, I mean, what was there to say really in that? I mean, they're just fantastic quality games in general.
Well, you're gonna be one more time.
I always remember playing Tomb Raider and that. Like, I was like just watching it play and that. I always remember being absolutely terrified by the time playing the game and that, because I was so concerned about Laura's well-being and that. It's like whenever like I saw him like sort of like, I remember one particular room that he was in and that, and it was like had like a fire trap in it.
Right.
And I was always concerned about Laura being burnt alive in that. But I always sort of remember like sort of hiding behind the couch and that, like he like a wagon wheel and that, just like concerned for like Laura's well-being and just peeking around the corner and that, just making sure she's alright.
Yeah, certainly would have had similar kind of experience with the various things like Doctor Who or way back in its heyday and then a few other things.
Yeah. But yeah, I think the only other game apart from those three that I remember I played the most in that was some random golf game in that. Of course, Dad's been Dad's and that. Of course, he has to get a golf game in there. So, but obviously I wanted to save you from the boredom.
I don't know, I mean, there could be much hilarity trying to figure out the mechanics of such a game.
You never know.
You'd be amazed at the amount of time me and our friend Smudge have spent playing golf on Wii Sports Resort. Especially Frisbee golf. Especially when we're getting into some historical moments regarding the motion controls. I would constantly sort of throw it, and it would go in the completely wrong direction. No! And then Smudge would always say, well, usually say, I don't think you wanted to do that!
I always just imagine like the guy sort of playing on the piano for this one.
Yeah!
I just imagine just going crazy. But oh god, the music in it is just absolute magic.
I like the trick they did with the crowd just to save on digital effort. They have just some pixely people and then just the occasional moving person going. Yeah.
Like there's actually like in the first track in that there's actually like a zebra. There's actually a zebra that you actually see in the replay in that was actually 3D in that. You can actually see him like start chewing the grass in that. And for some reason I thought like, so all of them are animated like that? But no, it's actually a trick of the sort of camera work in that, because that's the only 3D sort of zebra in that you actually see animated in that. Because the sort of trickery of the camera work in that. So it's made that you know, like that camera specifically is aimed at that zebra and that whenever going down the track. So make it look like, you know, like all zebras are animated, but no, it's actually just the one zebra.
But with the replay here, you're kind of seeing behind the scenes as well. I noticed the background was kind of glitching out, and you're seeing again the Sega Saturn thing of having the 3D, but the 2D plane, yeah.
Yeah, the trees are just floating in mid-air off the track.
Floating trees. Animated. Nice. Castrol. I think that about does it.
Alright, so what's your general impressions?
Of this game specifically?
Yeah.
Pretty fun game for what it is. I don't expect you're going to get a lot out of it, but for what little it has to offer, it's a fun time.
Yeah. Can say it better myself.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's Sega Saturn out of the way, and pretty much all of the Sega Saturn games that we have in our current collection. And yeah, sure. And what better to wrap everything up, but with a quiz. The final one.
Sega Saturn, shoot! And stop recording there, and stop recording. Last quiz.
So it's quite simple that you meet throughout this entire video now. You made references to Sega Saturn.
Yeah, the marketing mascot for Sega Saturn. This is a beloved icon of the Sega Saturn history in that in order to promote the Sega Saturn, they had the most awesome martial arts hero ever who would go up to people doing arguably more productive stuff and then convince them to play the Sega Saturn by beating the living snot out of them and then screaming out, Sega Saturn, shiro! Which means you must play the Sega Saturn. Shiro is the Japanese word for play.
Well, this very last question happens to be about
Sega Sanchiro, Sega
I have a feeling that you're going to absolutely trounce this question.
Okay, do tell.
Okay, so Sega Saturn, who promoted for the Sega Saturn from 1987 to 1998, and ended with the said character presumed on-screen death. What was the cause of this outcome? A. He broke his hands whilst punching the buttons on the large Sega Saturn controllers, giving himself an infection. B. Everyone from the previous adverts who got beat up gang up upon Sega and beat the living shit out of him. C. He deflects a missile targeting Sega headquarters and rides it into space where it explodes with him on it. Or D. He saw the seal figures for the Sega Saturn post 1997, and I included a wee little diddle here.
I committed seppuku.
So,
I have brought great dishonor to my ancestors.
Oh man.
so what's the answer?
C. He dies like a Chad by protecting Sega from a giant missile.
And is that your final answer?
Absolutely.
And the answer is correct.
Yup.
しろ。セガサターンしろ。セガサターンしろ。
セガタ三四郎は君たちの心に。真剣遊戯セガサターン。
So, congratulations, Callum. You got about let's see here, like you got 5 of the 6 answers right.
Wow. that was actually more than I expected to get correct.
Yeah, I'm surprised myself in that. Like clearly you're a lot more knowledgeable on Sega than I had originally anticipated. So congratulations on beating my expectations. So overall, after playing all those classic and maybe not quite so classic Sega Saturn games, what's your general impression on the Sega Saturn in general?
My general impression of the Sega Saturn is that I can see why Sega focused in on its strengths, because it certainly has its quirks. The fact that the game doesn't have to start until you play it, the fact that it has these quirky CD settings, the fact that it has very powerful frames per second qualities for specific games, the fact that the games that do work genuinely work quite well, even though there are some games that, whilst they are fun on the Sega Saturn, are presumably better for one reason or another on the PlayStation. And there's quite a lot to be had here, but ultimately there are a few drawbacks in the fact that some games that do fall back on the draw distance. Other games are a bit too finicky with their controls, namely Nights into Dreams. Still a few other stuff like that in regards to awkward resets and things like that. I mean, it's a pretty interesting and investing console for its time. You can definitely see how it would have pushed a few things. But at the same time, you can definitely sense that compared to what others, other companies like Nintendo and Sony had to offer, as impressive as the Sega Saturn is, I can see why it lost the competition, basically.
Yeah, well, not completely out of the fight. They would try again with the Sega Dreamcast, which will be another story that we'll probably cover someday. Maybe in another few years, and that we'll do an anniversary video on the Sega Dreamcast. Maybe not. We'll soon find out. So, thank you everyone for joining us for the anniversary of the Sega Saturn, and hope you have a wonderful day. What's the thoughts?
Sega Saturn!
Good night.
Good night.